Alright, a little update for y'all. My roof mostly survived the wind storms and the tornado, whatever. We didn't get any tornadoes here. They did down south and they did out west, but nothing happened here except we got some high wind. But so just a little section here, and on top, on the other side, a little section over there got tore off. So we're pretty happy about that. I saw some houses in town that are being built on the other side of the mountain, and they got the whole tar paper just hanging off, just tore all to pieces. So I added extra nails the other day knowing that we're going to get some wind, and it looks like it held up pretty well, so I'll have to go replace that, but that'll be fine. So I'm working on the roof. I've got it I've got it all the way insulated on the east side. And just to describe how the insulation works, underneath this tar paper is 3 rows that are 4 feet wide and 8 feet long, and there's 10 boxes going all the way across. You can see the tail end here. So what we have is a little tail end here. It's like a little half section. It's not going to be insulated because it's overhang. But then we have a 1, 2, 3 rows that are 8 feet long and 4 feet wide, and those are all filled with solid insulation. This, I don't know, you probably can't see it, but inside here is some solid foam insulation, and it's about 8 inches thick. These boards are 2 by 8, and so that'll give me an R value of, I don't know, like 36 or something like that. R30 is required, so I'm doing great. And then there's a gap here, right here. It's just an air gap, and this will provide ventilation. This air gap goes all the way to the top of the roof underneath, and at the top there's going to be a cap that's going to be a ventilation cap. And right here is a ventilation at the bottom. So you can see these holes. You see the ground down there. That's about 23 feet down from where I'm standing. But I went online, I went to a bunch of different websites and found a ventilation calculator for roofing, and I think it said something like, based on the size of my roof, I'll need 7 square feet of ventilation to offset the surface area that's going to be heated or whatever. So anyway, so I did that. And so I took 7, figured out how many square inches that was, divided that by these 10 sections of boxes that I had so that it'll look nice when you're looking up from the ground, and came up with a hole that has to be 4 inches in diameter, which is, what, like 16 square inches-ish. So anyway, so I took that, I said, okay, well, 3 by 5 is really close, and it looks better, and it's easier to cut. And anyway, so I think it's working pretty good, and I wanted to make this video because this is going to all be covered up and never see it again. And already, if I hold this real still, maybe you can tell that the wind is blowing up against the house from down below, and up here on the roof is, I don't know, it's pretty cold today actually for April. It's in the upper 60s, but I can tell, putting my hand over this hole, that air is coming up out of this hole already, and it's probably about 5-10 degrees cooler than the air on top of the roof. And so I think this is going to work really good. So I'm going to have to cut the rest of these holes out, but and then on the other side I got to fill in 2 more rows of insulation, and we're even talking about building up the roof. We started out just saying we're only going to build up the part that's going to be insulated, but now we're thinking that we don't like that look of the step up, so I'm just going to get some more 2x10s and fill in this area all the way to the edge of the roof. It won't be insulated, but it'll just look more substantial. And so that's kind of the update here today.